Hello, my name's Aaron Trimble. I wanted to give you a quick video on how to play a C major scale and maybe talk a little bit about what you can do with scales. Why should you care about learning scales? So give the video a like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. This is middle C on my piano. And here we go. So a scale, or C major scale, is every letter, every white note from C up to C. You could also think of it as C down to C, spanning one octave. Let me just go ahead and show you how to play it, and that way if you're not interested in the rest of the video, you can skip it. With your right hand, here's the traditional way to play it. With your right hand, start with your thumb. Then we're going to play the next note higher with your second finger. Oh, and back up. Just in case you don't know finger numbers, your thumb is 1 on both hands. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, here we go again. 1, 2 on D, 3 on E. Tuck your thumb underneath your hand and play the next note, F. And then the rest of your fingers should just relax so that you can play G with your second finger, A with your third finger, B with your fourth finger, and your pinky ends on the octave C. Then we go back the other way, playing the same fingers on the same notes we just did going up. 5 on C, 4 on B, 3 on A, 2 on G, 1 on F. I'm going to move my hand so that my third finger goes to E. My whole hand is shuffling over my thumb. My third finger plays E, second finger D, and my first finger plays C. Let's do that again without talking and just a little faster. If you want to play with this rhythm, some people teach it that way. I usually just play it straight rhythm with no change in the note values. The other thing you can do is when you get to the top, if you want to repeat that note, that's fine too. Really, all of these methods are important, and strong musicians, strong piano players should be able to do all of it. All right, let's do the left hand. We're gonna go up again, but notice the hand is facing the opposite direction. So we're starting on our fifth finger and playing all the way to our thumb. I'm just gonna say the finger numbers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you need your third finger to go over your thumb and play A. 3, 2, 1. That means your thumb ended on C. Now we'll go back the other way. C, B, I'll say the finger numbers. 1, 2, 3. Tuck your thumb under, play 1 on G, and then your fingers relax and play all the way down to your pinky. Okay, now we can start, after you've played that hand separately a lot and you're consistently playing it correct, then you can move on to playing your hands together. This is a threes together scale. What that means is your third fingers will play at the same time. Let's start on C. Both hands are playing C, but with different fingers. Now we go to the next note. And now the next note, and notice my threes are playing at the same time. That's really easy for your hands to think about, so use that to help you. Your right thumb goes underneath, it tucks under and plays F, while your left hand doesn't move and you play your second finger. Then you're gonna play the next finger. So different fingers, same notes. Now our threes play together again on A, so my left hand only crosses over and plays 3 on A. So threes together, and then I just finish the scale going to the next finger and the next finger. Let's back up a little bit. I wish I had said this initially, but here's something you should probably do first. A 5-finger scale. Your right hand and left hand are in a 5-finger position. C is good, but really any 5 white notes next to each other. And just make sure that you can do this. This is a great starting point, okay? And then if you can play those together, going up and down, then you're ready for a major scale. So if I'm really exhausting this, I would start there. Now we'll go back. I will talk a little bit less. Starting on C, step down, down, threes are together, tuck your left thumb under, next finger, threes together, so just the right hand moves. Okay, now without stopping or talking. And you're done. Okay, here's one that looks a little fancier, but it's actually easier because you're going to play the same fingers. When we played going up and down, we played in parallel motion. Now we're going to play in contrary motion. Okay, here's what that looks like. You can start here, or you can start with your thumbs here. I don't think my camera can, okay, I could do it that way. Either one. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put my thumbs on middle C. So I start here. Now, same fingers in each hand. 2, 3, tuck both thumbs under. Then go to the next finger. Now we can go back the other way, same thing. 4, 3, 2, 1, threes cross over your middle finger, and then you're done. So there you go. Contrary motion. It's good to know how to do contrary motion and parallel motion. Parallel is probably the one that gets taught first, but ironically, contrary is easier. So now I'm going to just talk about a couple of random scale facts. No, let's talk about why you want to learn scales. Then I might end the video with a couple of scale facts. So why do you want to learn scales? There's a lot of pieces that use scalular motion, scalular patterns. Joy to the World is probably the first thing I think of. Literally starts with a descending major scale. Okay, it doesn't get more scalar than that. There's even more advanced music that's going to use scales like multiple octaves. I'm trying to think of some other examples. Can't think of any. Trust me, there's a lot. What's in front of me right now? Oh, that's not a good example. Let's see. What else can I tell you about scales? It helps you even your fingers out. So these tend to be your stronger fingers, 1, 2, and 3. 4 and 5 are weaker, usually. So playing evenly helps start to get those weaker fingers closer to the strength of these fingers. Now in the process, these fingers get stronger. So in a way, they're kind of always chasing each other. These fingers get stronger, but these are also kind of getting stronger. But they'll get closer to one another. Perhaps one day you might even achieve equal strength in every finger. But it certainly can't hurt. You should keep your fingers relaxed while you play, your wrist up and but loose, your fingers curved. Okay. Keep I tell beginners to keep their fingers on the keys. Okay, because I don't want them to use a bunch of muscles that they don't need. And so focus on that, but also know that realistically, if your fingers are loose, they might come off the keys. Keeping your hand a little taller can help too. I tend to think of this middle knuckle being a little bit taller. Had that advice given to me and it's helped. Oh, playing staccato is a great way to practice your scales too. Now it gets a little harder because your fingers are purposefully coming off the keys. So you need to be very mindful of where your hand is over the keys. I see a lot of students do something like this and they miss where they need to play. Like that. So just make sure that you're over the right place. But what it's doing is making sure each note's clear and not sounding like this. Okay? Or like, see, it's uneven in dynamics, and really the rhythm's not consistent either. Making sure every finger gets to work and is strong really helps. So keep that in mind for when you're trying to play other passages quickly and make them sound distinct and clear. Okay, some random scale facts. Oh, well, yeah, some random scale facts. Eventually, you'll be able to do multiple octaves just by changing, for this scale, where what finger you play that top note with, that octave, you would use your thumb. I'm not going to go into depth with that, but that lets you play something like that, multiple octaves. There's 5 major scales that have the same fingering. C, G, D, A, and E. They'll all have the same fingering, just using different black notes. There's 12 major scales in all. That's it. One for every different note that we have in our Western music. So that includes the black notes and the white notes. 3 of the major scales use all the black notes. I think that's it for this video. So let me know if you have any questions. I hope that helps you start a major scale. And I guess I could also add that it's something, even when you're busy and you don't have much time to practice, this is a easy thing to sit down and just run through with your hands separately and then together. Play as fast only as you can correctly, okay? If you're playing like this, then not a good idea. Ooh, I just thought of one other thing. Try to avoid this. Okay, flamming your hands, not playing them together. I use the drummer term, flamming. There may be another term, but try to make sure they're even. Oop, I heard a little bit of one right there on the F. Okay, again, let me know if you have any questions. Have a good one.